Welcome everybody to a new 30-minute lower body workout. I appreciate y'all being here today. Today's me a great workout. I can't see anybody for these workouts, so relax, feel good, and make sure you put yourself in a good enough environment so that you want to continue to come back to these workouts. Being motivated and dedicated is important to doing these home workouts. It's not easy to do this. Each exercise that we do is going to be 40 seconds to a minute with a 20 to 30 second rest period in between. Put yourself in one of the training categories, right? So you're either going to be trainer pace, faster than trainer pace, or slower than trainer pace. Faster than trainer pace means you're going faster than me. Longer sets, shorter rest periods, coming with a lot of energy. Then we've got trainer pace, which is just copying me because I'm working out. And then we've got slower than trainer pace, which means it's a hard class for you. Can't quite keep up, but you're doing the best that you can to improve on the goals that you have for yourself. All right. So the first exercise that we're going to do today is we're going to do a squat. But if you have a resistance band, let's use a resistance band. If you don't have one, you don't need a band to squat, right? So I got my band, I'm pushing it, and then we're going to squat down and up. So let's begin. 40 seconds of squats. Don't need any equipment for this exercise. You're only going to use a band if you have one. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. And we're going to superset this. So we're going to superset this with stability kickbacks. So what that means is we're going to push into the ground, right? So we're pushing into the ground, and then we're going to reach back. And in the leg that we're standing, you're trying to be as grounded as you can. So you want to feel like your hips are engaging with no equipment by pushing into the ground. It's chaining up. And then you're trying to keep that leg there while the other leg is trying to pull it from its place. And if you have the band on, you can keep the band on. I'm going to use it for the next set. All right, 20 seconds each side. Ready? And begin. You're trying to keep it stable in the leg that you have grounded. 10 seconds. Switch. So this exercise is definitely more effective with the band. But you can do it without a band. So I'm really more demonstrating for the people who don't have the band. But you don't need to have it to get this to be effective, because I still feel this. And stop. All right, good job. So now we're resting. We're going to take the full 30-second rest, which is now 20 seconds. And in 10 seconds, we're going to go again, round number 2. Ready. And begin. $30 seconds. $20 seconds. $10 seconds. And stop. All right. So now I'm going to keep this band on, We're going to do our step backs, right? The band is trying to pull us out of place. So let's be strong here. Ready? And begin. Right? The band is a form of weight, and it's trying to pull me out of place. We're working on the front leg here, not the kicking leg. You see how when I'm kicking, I'm not reaching. I'm not like doing a kickback. I am reaching. I'm reaching, trying to pull this leg out of frame. All right, switch sides. Ten seconds. And stop. Relax. Now we got one more set. We've got one more set. Ten seconds. We're going to go last set. Ready and begin. $20 seconds. $10 seconds. And stop. All right. Last set of these kickbacks. Ready and begin. $10 seconds. So this exercise is strengthening our hips, whether we have the band or not. Switch. $10 seconds. And stop. Great job, folks. So now we're going to get onto the ground, and we're going to do triangle leg abductions here. So these are effective, especially when you're at home. So we're already in this position, right? So this bottom is engaged, and of course our arms engaged here. We're flexing our foot. I like to turn it in, and then we're going to lift up. Lift up. And you could use both arms, but we're lifting to the side. You're not down. So if you're going to use both arms, still focus on being open and lifting to the side. Otherwise, just be open. We're going to go 20 seconds. Ready? And begin. So lift. So both legs are working out here. The bottom leg is supporting us. The top leg is lifting to the side. 10 seconds. You can use a band for this too. Switch. So you can also use a band for this. Begin. And stop. Good. So let's relax, taking a full 30-second rest. I'm going to add a band for this, but again, I just did it without it, and you don't need it. Let's see how I feel in round 2. And in 10 seconds, we're going to go again. Get ready. ready, and begin. Ten seconds. Switch. And begin. Ooh. Can't even lift it on this side. Might need to ditch the band. See, when you are too restricted, you don't want the band. It's not good. If it's restricting you too much, like it is right now for me, don't want it. Oh, and stop. Shit. That was terrible. Oh, that other side was terrible. So I'm either going to reduce the band or I'm going to. So I don't have one here that I can see. So we're going to go no band, which is totally fine. Whew. Okay. Last set. Ready. And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Begin. 10 seconds. And stop. All right, good job. So now we're going to do frog pump. So this is the same family as a glute bridge, but now our legs are more open, which really plays into what we just did a little bit more. So our legs are open. We're not like this. They're open. Our feet are together, and we're lifting our hips up. Right, we're going to go full hip extension the best that we can. So full hip extension is going all the way up, locking out. Right, 40 seconds, ready. And begin. $30 seconds. 20 seconds. So faster than trainer pace would be someone who wants to keep doing this for longer because it might fit their goal or they like it. And that applies with any exercise. And stop. So you can go for longer or do a shorter rest period, or if you're someone who is slower than trainer pace, you can cut down on these reps. You can take a longer rest period or go shorter amount of time. I can't see you, so it's all good. All right, ready. And begin. $30 seconds. 20 seconds. $10 seconds. And stop. Enjoying that rest period. 10 seconds going again. Last set. Ready and begin. "20 seconds. Ah. 10 seconds. And stop. Whew. All right, tough. So now we're going to do a quadruped straight leg glute kickback. So what is that term? So we're going to be on all fours, strong, straighten the leg, and now we're going hip extension backwards. So even though we're in this position and we're lifting one leg up, it's very similar concepts. We're trying to fully open this up. Open this up, okay? So we're going to go for 30 seconds each side. Strong upper body here. Ready? And begin. "15 seconds. And we're going to switch sides. And stop. Relax. So for this one, you can easily add a band again. Otherwise, in 20 seconds, we're going to go again, taking the full rest. 10 seconds here. Ready. And begin. Ten seconds. Switch. "20 seconds. "10 seconds. And stop. Relax. Good job. All right, we got one more set. Taking the full rest. 20 seconds. We're going to go again. Ten seconds. Ready. And begin. "20 seconds. Switch. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. All right, now we're flipping over, and now we're doing a single leg glute bridge. So we just did those frog pumps, but now we're going to do the single leg version of the traditional version. So now we're on one leg, right? We're up, and let's actually fold our leg today. So let's fold our leg, right? And it's gonna take out the hip flexor, and let's just isolate one side. 1, 2. So we're trying to go full hip extension. We were just upside down working on full hip extension. So now we're back to flipping over, working on the same thing in a different way. Begin. So extension, extension, extension. Let's go another 20 seconds here. We're going to go 30 seconds each side. Ten seconds. Switch. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. Relax. We're taking the full 30 seconds, and we're going to go 30 seconds each side. 20 seconds, we're going to go again. 10 seconds. Ready, and begin. 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Switch. Twenty seconds. Ten seconds. And stop. Relax. All right, 20 seconds. Last set of this, and we got one more exercise. Ten seconds. Ready, and begin. Ten seconds. Switch. Twenty seconds. 10 seconds. And stop. All right, last set. So now we're flipping back over, laying down, and we're doing single leg reverse hyper. So lifting up. Again, same thing, hip extension. We're trying to extend the hip. So we've been working on different form of hip extension for the past 4 exercises in a row. All right, ready, and begin. So try and go for 30 seconds each side. Right? Don't focus on necessarily lifting with your back. Try and isolate lifting with your joint and your hips. And switch. Ten seconds. And stop. Ooh, we're almost done. In 10 seconds, we're going to go again. 30 seconds aside. Ready, and begin. Ten seconds. Switch. $20 seconds. $10 seconds. And stop. All right, last set of the day. Great job, folks. This has been great hip work. This is the type of work that you need to do to keep your hips strong, mobile, loose, active, to avoid any type of problems that you might have, maybe like a hip replacement or a knee replacement or something with your back, right? Working on your hips is important. All right, last set here. Ready, and begin. Switch sides. $20 seconds. $10 seconds. Almost there. And stop. Great job to everybody. Give yourself a big round of applause. We did it. Great job. And I will see y'all at the next workout. Have a great rest of your day, guys.